everyone. I thought we would do a studio chat. You're going to see, for right now, me boxing some of the Calm or Lavender Essential Oil soaps that I need to get put on the shelves since I am nearly out. So I just pulled these off of the curing rack yesterday, and now they are ready to go in their boxes. So this is how my boxes come from my printer. So I have them designed and printed. This is the lavender. These soaps make really nice gifts. They're beautiful soaps. They smell wonderful. And then with the packaging, it just makes for a pretty gift for someone. I did a lot of gift boxes on Mother's Day, and throughout the year, I do a lot of them on Etsy. I just added some gift boxes and options to my website as well. So that is the majority of what I sell online, other than my regular customers coming back to do stock ups each month or every 2 months on the products that they always use. So anyway, today's video will be more of just kind of some bits and pieces, a studio vlog or a day in the life, I guess. So it's not, you know, a complete day in the life. I'm not going to show you what I ate for breakfast or anything like that. But what I may do is, so I need to go to one of my stores to restock them. And I thought maybe I could walk you in there, show you what that looks like when I do a restock. This is one of my best-selling stores, and I always like to go and see them. Luckily, it's right near my home. It's one of the stores where I sell consignment. I could actually sell wholesale to them, but I prefer consignment because I do so well every month that I make more money. So I've been there for 5 years and kind of locked in where I am, which is nice. And they display my products really well. So we'll go and check that out. Additionally, this weekend I have a clover market coming up in a town very close to mine where I've always kind of thought of having a small soap shop. So I will be in Kennett Square on Sunday and hopefully seeing local customers. And if you are local and you're watching this before Sunday of June 9th, then come and see me. So we'll be right in Kennett Square near the Genesis Health Building. It'll be really nice to have a show that's close by and not have to travel. The weekend after that, I will be in Unionville doing a pop-up with my friend Laurie's at her house. There's an event on Facebook, and I can link that below. We're doing them every month or every month, either every month or every other month. We haven't really determined that yet. We're still kind of just in the trial stages, but so far it has gone really well. So what we do is I will bring my soaps to her office, which is actually in an historical house in Unionville, PA, and she will do some readings. It's really a lovely historic house that she and her husband Tom have renovated, and it looks so nice. And right now, I mean, it's fully furnished. Someone could move right in. It's beautiful, but they're using it as her office. They thought about doing an Airbnb, but right now they're just not really sure. So it's in a great location. It's in a really nice town in Pennsylvania. So I'm doing my soap pop-ups while Laurie does readings. So she does spiritual work, and we kind of partner up together a lot. She's great. So that will be the 15th of June on a Saturday. So that is all in terms of events that I have going on for June. So what else did I want to share with you? Etsy has been a little bit slow. I think I've mentioned before, it really is kind of unpredictable, and nobody can give you a surefire strategy to do well always on Etsy. There, you know, even when you have your listings ranked, like some of mine have become, you'll still get slow days, and you really can't predict what's going to happen. So it's always good to have a backup. I'm really glad I have my own website My website did really well last week, but Etsy's sales were super slow after a very, very busy month of May, April and May. I mean, I couldn't even catch my breath in April and May, and then you look at Etsy like, is this broken? What's going on? I just heard a sale go through about an hour ago, so hopefully it's picking back up, but I'm not waiting around for that to be something I depend on for sure, because I would lose my mind and not have dependable income from it. So I guess I want to leave you with this tip. When things get slow, like on Etsy, don't waste time like posting in forums and things like that saying my shop's slow, because it's not going to help you. What you need to do is you need to come up with some action steps, something that will get you sales. So I'm going to tell you what I did this week because I had more time. I had already run a sale in my Facebook group and my website had sales, so that was great. But it's a little bit easier for me to pack up orders and things for that rather than doing like 15 gift boxes at a time on Etsy. So I had time. I'm also caught up on a lot of my production right now, sort of. Still have to do more creams. But the action steps that I have taken to get things moving is, on Etsy, I wrote down, my photographer works with me quarterly, so I wrote down some new ideas for gift boxes that I would like her to photo for me so that I can get those up in July at some point. And I'm going to have probably 30 more listings. So, you know, Etsy is very saturated in a lot of markets, or as far as a lot of markets are concerned. So you need to flood the market too if you want to be visible there. So I'm going to put some more gift boxes. I don't plan to go with free shipping. That goes with all of these changes that Etsy is making lately. I have tried free shipping and raising my prices a little bit, but you know what? My shipping is pretty low and I actually absorb some of the shipping costs anyway. That seems to work better for me. So right now I don't have any plans to do that. I may put some test listings up, but as far as the listings that I have right now, they're going to stay as they are. So I made plans for that. I also reached out to about 12 stores yesterday that I had my eye on to do either wholesale or consignment, and I will be doing an outreach of 5 more stores every single day that I've targeted. And I have a notebook that I'm keeping track of this in, and hopefully I'll get more stores out of that. And I would actually prefer to have consignment to wholesale because I have steady checks that come in every single month from consignment, and I think it's great. It's been pretty easy for me. You know, there are some issues with it, but you can work them out if you just come up with a plan of action, or think about like the standard operating procedures, everything that you're supposed to have for the shop that you're running, the business that you're running. You need to have one of those for consignment sales as well. So it can work for you. A little piece of lavender there. Okay, so that is the second thing. So I have reached out to more stores, and I have also prepared the listings that I want to get photographed because they're going to be mailed off in about 2 weeks to my photographer. What else? I have worked on Instagram and grown my following in the last 2 weeks. I think I've grown more than I have in the last couple months just because I paid attention to it. So I did that. And I also contacted my sales rep to see what her plan is to get me more stores in Pennsylvania and Delaware. So the last thing that I did, I have had on my brain, and it always seems to come up this time of year when business can be a little bit slower, is a brick and mortar store. I want a brick and mortar store really badly, a little tiny soapery, I guess, that will not totally tie me down, but is affordable enough that I can work there, but also keep it closed when I need to keep it closed. I have a friend who does this with her clothing business. So I also want a location that I'm motivated to go to where they do have shoppers, even if it is seasonal. So I do have a place that I have been watching for about a year now. The rent is incredibly affordable. It is in a wonderful little seaside town. It's close to my home, and there is currently, it's actually a little tiny place that is part of a bed and breakfast that is there right now. And the owners are wonderful. I've actually stayed at the B&B myself, and I think I'm going to save 2 of these for samples. I have stayed at the B&B myself in this wonderful little, it's like a tiny house almost that I could have a shop in. So the woman who is there currently renting from them has a little like jewelry type of place, and she just renewed her lease. But the owner of the B&B, I reached out to him to kind of touch base, and he called me back yesterday and said to check in November to see if they want to go in another direction, maybe have me move in, or if she, you know, decides to move. And he also wanted to talk to me about selling my soaps at the bed and breakfast. So all of those things I actually put into place for the most part yesterday. So this is something that you can do as well. So I'm going to stop here for right now, and then I'll bring you back when we get to the store and I'm restocking.
Okay, so I am walking into Rooted, which is one of my favorite stores. They mostly sell handmade goods by local artisans, and of course I'm one of them. I've been with them now for, this is our 5th year, so they opened around the time my business started, so we have been able to talk and collaborate on a lot of just business things in general. You know, all of the learning curves that come with starting a new business. They just got the award from SCORE for one of the best small businesses, so they've done a great job, and as you can see, they do a wonderful job on my display. So in a moment here, I'm going to say goodbye because I need to take my items upstairs. So that's it for today. Please hit subscribe if you like what you see, and I'll see you soon.